Famous Escapes. Although it was with the will of the people that William and Mary came to the throne of England after the deposition of James II, the Hanoverian kings never felt secure while a direct descendant of the House of Stuart remained alive. In the year 1745, Prince Charles Edward, known to his supporters as Bonnie Prince Charlie, and to his enemies as the Young Pretender, landed in Scotland and put himself at the head of an army of Highlanders. For a time, success followed success, and he marched on London, getting as far south as Manchester before being forced to retreat. Finally, he was worsted at the Battle of Culloden by a greatly superior English army under the Duke of Cumberland. The survivors had to fly for their lives, and the prince asked his retinue to scatter.
Open up! Open up!
There doesn't seem to be anyone in town, sir.
There must be. Take 2 men and go round the back, Sergeant.
Why are you pounding on the door?
We're searching for Charles Stuart.
Who's he?
Don't bandy words with me, young woman. You know who he is.
You mean Bonnie Prince Charles?
I mean the Young Pretender. And there's a reward of £30,000 for him, dead or alive.
£30,000? That's a big sum.
We're going to search your house.
I'll open the door for you. There you are, Captain. Go in and look, and I'll be getting back to my Charles.
Your Highness.
That's the soldiers, Letty.
Yes, Your Highness. They're searching the house. Quick, out the back of the cowshed.
Where do you want me to go?
The little slab of rock beyond. If you lie on that, they'll never think of searching it.
It sounds as though they're settling down here for the night.
Yes, you have to make a move as soon as it's dark. But be careful. There's a reward of £30,000 for you.
That's a lot of money to a poor Highlander.
Oh, you needn't be afraid. Any man in all the Highlands would betray you. Now there's a lot of foreign.
Are you in there, Donald? Who's there? It's me, Charles Edward.
Oh, Your Highness, there's been that fear. There's a price on your head.
I know. I've been walking all night. Have you got any food?
Come in, Your Highness. We've been consoling ourselves with a wee drop a while. You know Angus MacLeod and Clooney Macpherson.
Of course.
Here's a glass of punch for your Highness.
My friends, if ever I find myself at St. James's Palace, I shall reserve 1 night a year for you Highlanders. And the punch bowl will never run dry.
Now, that's all very well, Your Highness. But we've got to get you away from here. You're no safe on the mainland.
Oh, that's true. There's redcoats everywhere.
All's not yet lost. While I have friends in the Highlands, there's still hope that I may gain the throne.
I'm afraid there's a small chance of that, Your Highness. The Highlands have done all they can. If the redcoats take you, they'll show you no mercy any more than they've shown the rest of us. You'll be hung, drawn, and quartered.
Or perhaps they'll stab His Highness on the spot and say he resisted arrest.
What we've got to do is to get Your Highness over to the island of Skye. There's no so many redcoats there.
How can I reach Skye? The waters are all patrolled by men of war.
There's a thought I've had, Your Highness. There's a girl named Flora MacDonald, not 2 miles away. She's known far and wide for her wisdom. She'll think of a plan, if anyone. Your Highness, I've brought the young lady.
So, this is Flora MacDonald.
Yes, Your Highness.
You are as beautiful as your name.
Your Highness is in peril. What can I do to help you?
They say I must go over to Skye. But there are warships guarding the seas. And we cannot think of a plan to get past them.
I have it, Your Highness.
What?
You have a bonny face. We'll turn it to account and dress you as a woman.
Oh, the prince could never pass as a woman. He's too tall.
Aye, and too much of a man.
These Highland creatures think that all Irish women are tall and stout.
Indeed, they are not. The Irish women I've met in France are as well favored as you yourself, Flora.
That doesn't matter. What matters is that you'll pass for an Irish woman in this country. I'll get you some clothes.
But they'll be stopping every boat they see. A mere disguise will not be enough.
I've thought of that.
You've thought of what?
I've thought of the plan that'll get you safe to Skye. No, if you'll all wait here, I'll be off to the nearest English boat.
Who goes there?
It's me,
Do me, please.
Flora MacDonald, a respectable lass. And I'll thank you not to trouble me, my man.
You hear that, men? Highland baggage telling me not to trouble her. You'll come and see the captain, young woman. Come on with you now. I've just arrested a young woman, sir. Here she is.
What's your name?
I'm Flora MacDonald.
Where do you live?
I live with my father on the island of Skye. He's MacDonald of the Isles. When I get back to him, I'll tell him I've been insulted by the Redcoats.
Who's been insulting you?
The sergeant here. He arrested me.
You're not under arrest. You were brought here so that we could see who you are.
It's an insult to a respectable lass to be brought into a room full of Redcoats. My father has influence with the Duke of Argyll. He'll make you repent this.
Now, Miss MacDonald, there's no need to get ruffled. Where do you want to go?
I want to get back to Skye, where my father is, who'll take care of me.
You won't get very far without a pass.
Why should I need a pass? I'm Flora MacDonald, and everyone knows that Flora MacDonald's no Jacobite.
Never mind that. Pass will save you a lot of trouble, young lady. Sergeant, make out a pass for Miss Flora MacDonald.
Very good, sir.
You're not traveling alone through this troubled country, surely?
No. I'm traveling with my maid, Betty Burke.
All right. Include Betty Burke in the pass, Sergeant.
Miss Flora MacDonald and Betty Burke are made to be allowed.
Your Highness? Your Highness, I've got a military pass.
How did you get it?
Oh, never mind about that. It's for me and my maid, Betty Burke. You're Betty Burke.
You mean you're going with me?
Yes.
I can't have that. The danger's too great.
The danger'll no be so great if you'll only do as I tell you. Hurry into these clothes now.
Oh, wait till I take my coat off.
You can leave the rest on. The skirt will cover your legs. Oh, please remember, Your Highness. Try and take shorter steps. Have you got the boat ready, Donald?
Aye, I'll go down and put the oars in it now. We can start at once.
That man of war's putting a boat towards us, Your Highness.
I'm afraid it is.
I've had my eye on it for some time.
Put your back into it, Donald. Here, I'll take the other oar.
Only 2 more miles, Your Highness, and we'll be safe on land.
You've been wonderful, Flora.
Oh, they're firing at us.
They want us to stop. Lie down in the bottom of the boat, Flora.
No Highland woman will take refuge while her prince is exposed.
We're coming to shallow water, Your Highness, where they won't be able to follow us. But they can still reach us with a cannon.
No, they can't. They're putting about again. The water's getting too shallow.
Oh, hooray! We're safe. A few minutes more and we'll be on land.
Flora, what is there I can do to express my gratitude? I know you won't take money.
If Your Highness were to give me a lock of your hair, I'd treasure it forever after.
I'll give you a lock of my hair on one condition.
And what is that?
That you'll kiss me goodbye.
I was going to do that in any case, Your Highness.
For months, the prince was harried by his pursuers. In constant danger, he was seldom able to sleep in a house, and more often than not, passed the night in the open heather, drenched by the Scottish rains. For food, he and his companions had seldom anything but shellfish and sheep which they stole, cut up and roasted on the points of their swords. The prince refused to allow his supporters to compromise themselves by giving him open help. Chased out of Skye, the prince returned to the mainland to find the net closing in on him. The faithful Donald MacLeod heard of a little band of robbers and felt that if anyone could give the prince shelter, they could.
Wait here, Your Highness, while I go forward and speak with John MacGregor.
Very well, Donald.
Good, yes.
It's me, Donald MacLeod.
Welcome to our cave, Donald. The Redcoats chasing you too.
Aye, and I've brought Peter Colony.
The great cattle thief?
Aye, I've brought Peter Colony, the great cattle thief, with me.
The cattle thief as great as Peter Colony is welcome.
Come forward, Peter. This is John MacGregor.
Good day, John.
This is no Peter Colony. It's
Wish,
Bonnie.
man. Don't say it aloud.
If your highness would shake hands with me.
I'll shake hands with you gladly, John. There.
Aye. For the rest of my days, I'll never use that hand to shake with again. Oh, but your highness is in a poor way. Your clothes are torn to ribbons.
What do you expect, man? It's lucky we ought to have any clothes at all after the way we've been chased through the hills.
Well, we can soon remedy that.
How?
There's a redcoat officer and his men in a house 3 miles down the road. We'll pay a call and steal his shirts and his boots for the prince.
Aye. And in the meantime, Your Highness, you stay close to the cave. There's a great reward on your head.
For some weeks, the prince dwelt with the 7 cattle thieves until a French ship arrived in the same loch where 18 months earlier he had landed with such high hopes. The prince himself wanted to stay on and fight, but his followers persuaded him that further resistance was useless, and it would only expose the clansmen to further revenge on the part of the English. Our story ends with the prince standing beside the boat that was to take him out to the French ship.
Highlanders, kinsmen, friends, I am leaving Scotland.
But no for long, your highness.
For no longer than need be. As soon as the French will give me arms and men, I will return.
We need no men, your highness. We Scots will provide all that's needed in that way.
What I do want is someone who will remain behind in Scotland to keep an eye on things for me.
I'll do that, your highness.
No, John. I want a man who will be able to keep himself safe while he's doing it.
That man is myself, your highness.
If you'll do it, Clooney.
I'm the only man of all that has the right snug retreat prepared. The Clan Macpherson will spy out the length and breadth of Scotland for me.
Thank you, Clooney. I thank you one and all from the bottom of my heart. Remember that when the king comes into his own again, there's none of you will be forgotten.
Begin the lament, piper.
And so bonny Prince Charlie passed away from the land he loved. But he left a memory behind that the Scots have never ceased to treasure. It has indeed been said that it was not until after he was defeated at Culloden that Prince Charles Edward conquered Scotland.